What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name After Sound. And I do have a new song out recently called Don't Forget About Me, the Supernova version, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, we have the Pickle promo card coming out in less than 24 hours from the time that I'm recording this video, and I wanted to give some thoughts on what my expectations were. Now, this is not me being Papa Bear just to be Papa Bear, but I want to offer some tempered expectations, at least my own tempered expectations, just simply because of the way that this sale is structured, as well as how many, potential cards there could be. So the first thing that I want to do is just go and check out how much SPS is staked. And I know that we're a couple of days, the snapshot was taken like a week ago, so there could be more, there could be less SPS that has been staked or unstaked in that time. You can see 973 million. Now, when I ran the numbers, I was just being conservative, right? I did 950 million, which means that it would be roughly 950,000 copies that could be printed. And when you divide that by the 400, because it's a common card, that gets you to roughly like 2,300, 2,400 max copies that could be minted from this first and primary sale, right? Just simply that. So in looking at those numbers, will we get even close to that? I doubt it, right? Like, as it stands, we only had 1,000 people participate in the Conclave Arcana sale. So if you look at that and say, well, there's 1,000 real players in the game, why would we need to have more than 1,000 max copies of this card? Sure, maybe some people might go for extra. You can, will they go for that much more extra? I don't think so. I don't think everybody needs 2.5 copies of this card. Not to mention, the other aspects of this sale include the there's both the gold foil, right? The gold foil arcane as well as the black foil arcane. I'm not as worried about the black foil arcane just because that doesn't have the same kind of offer as the gold foil arcane, which essentially gives you a single BCX or single copy of the Pickle card for every ticket that you enter in. So you are getting some value from there. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if you're going to get the card anyway, unless you really, really want to have it on June 24th, right? And for this month or 5 weeks before July 29th, when these cards, become available for the gold foil arcane draws begin. Yeah, then maybe you'll go in and buy. And sure, you could get gold foil copies, you can get black foil copies, but I think that many people may opt to just wait it out. You don't need the card necessarily right away. And so you are going to give a portion of people that will just, opt to wait until July 29th. And then they'll go in and maybe they'll buy 400, fortune draws, see if they can win a gold foil arcane. And at the very least, if they come away with nothing, then they spent a little bit more than they had to, but they have all of the, they have 400 BCX or however many BCX that they're going for. The other aspect of this that I wanted to discuss is the pricing on the card. I do think that there is going, and when I say pricing, I'm talking about the secondary market. And not as financial advice. Again, this is just my own kind of like musings here as to what I think will happen. But because people will chase all of the other foils, and with this, I don't believe that there's like a guaranteed gold foil if you buy, 25 or copies or whatever. So as people chase the gold foils, the black foils, and the arcanes, my guess is that we will see many of the regular foils fall actually quite cheap on the secondary market. Simply because it's just like, okay, let's say I buy 400 copies of, in the initial sale, and I get a black foil. Do I really need the other 399? No, I could probably use that capital somewhere else, especially if I'm trying to build my Rebellion collection, or if I'm trying to build my, Conclave Arcana collection, or if I'm trying to build on land. So I think you're going to get a lot of people that have that mindset, which means they go dump it on the marketplace. They got already what they needed by chasing their black foil or their gold foil, and they're good to go, right? Same thing with the arcanes. So as I was saying earlier, you get a bunch of people who go in for the fortune draws. I was talking about people that don't get the fortune draws earlier, but let's say you do get a fortune draw. Let's say you do get a gold foil arcane. Well, you just bought however many tickets that gave you a copy of this card. You can go in and probably get some of your capital back unless you really, really want to have this card. So for those that are not trying to chase the gold, black, or arcanes, gold foil, black foil, or arcane foils, I would say it might be worth your while to not jump in right at the beginning. and see what the secondary market looks like. What do you lose out on? I mean, it's just time. You could probably give it not even a day, maybe even just like a couple of hours to see what people do, because within this first couple of hours, those who are chasing gold foil and black foil will probably end up dumping some of the cards on the market. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to wait until the the gold foil arcanes in July, but even just the first couple of hours, the first couple of days, you might see a decent a decent buying opportunity on the secondary market rather than spending the 150. Now, if you want to go in and chase, that's the beauty of this whole system, right? For those who love the chase is real. That's why this exists. So I'm not trying to discourage you from that. I'm just saying that if you don't particularly care for getting those other foils and you just want to have a copy of the card, there might be an opportunity here. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Very curious to see how this all plays out, but ultimately excited for its addition to the game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.